So, I just got out of the theaters after watching Deadpool and Wolverine for the third time. Yes, the third freaking time. Like, oh my commie. This movie is freaking awesome. Bro, I freaking love this movie. Like, this movie is just, man, this movie is freaking awesome, bro. Like, this movie is freaking awesome. And before I get started with my little review, don't worry. I'm not going to be spoiling the movie for you. Like, I'm going to, like, mention stuff from, of course, the movie. But primarily, the stuff I'm going to mention is going to be from the trailers. And if I do mention something for the movie, I'm not going to, like, spoil it. It's going to, like, vaguely, like, mention it. But, like, not in a spoilery way, if that makes sense or whatever. So, yeah. So, pretty much, for this movie, plot-wise, basically, something happens in Deadpool's universe which acquires him to retrieve the Wolverine that we see in the trailers. And pretty much what they're doing is like tag teaming together to pretty much save Deadpool's universe. And as we see from the trailers, they're also in the void that we see in Loki where you get pruned at. And that's pretty much it. Like, they're just working together to save the universe. Like, that's pretty much it without like spoiling the movie for you, if that makes sense. But yeah, but the plot and the premise for the plot, pretty good. It's pretty solid. Like, it's very solid. I thought it was pretty good after, watching it for the third time. Like, it was pretty solid. And, yeah. For the movie soundtrack, this movie had a really great soundtrack. When it came to, like, licensed music, they played songs, like, that were made in the early 2000s. And, I didn't really care for them as, like, a kid. But hearing them in this movie, they did a good job. Like, the beginning of the movie plays a song that we hear in X-Men 2. And the thing is about this song, like, I didn't even care for it as a little kid, but hearing it now, I kind of want to download the song and just jam to it. I'm like driving to work or whatever. Like, I like the song, like, holy cow. And then they play, like, other licensed songs throughout the movie. They're all, like, placed really good where they were, like, played it and stuff like that. They gave, like, epic feels, joyful feels, like they gave you the feels, man, like a variety of feels and all that good stuff. But in the original soundtrack, when it came to, like, the superhero walking, superhero fight scenes, the superhero landings and all that good stuff, they're all pretty good. Like, pretty much the soundtrack for this movie was solid. Like, it was solid. The CGI and the effects and all that good stuff, they're all pretty solid. Like, you can tell that there were some scenes where you can tell if they had, like, a little more time, they could have made, like, the effects better. But other than that, it wasn't really a big deal, because, like, we're in the void. It looks like fucking Mad Max here. And there are some parts where, like, damn, that CGI could have been worked on. But the thing is, right, for me personally, I didn't really care about the CGI if it looks bad or good or whatever. Like, if it was like Twilight Babyface bad, then I'll point that out and be like, bro, that should look ugly as shit. But if it's, like, not that bad, but you can tell that it could need some more work, I really don't mind that personally. But if you're one of those people who care about CGI, there are some, stuff in there that you can tell they couldn't do more work. But other than that, the CGI was pretty cool. The CGI was cool. The action, bro. This movie had action from literally start and kind of finish, but the action throughout this whole movie was freaking epic and spectacular and shit diabolical. Like, this movie has some insane action scenes, and like the stars of the movie, Deadpool Wolverine. Bro, the movie starts off with a fight scene that is so insane. I don't even want to say what happens. Like, my voice is cracked, did it? Yeah. I don't want to say what happens, because, like, okay, so it is a big spoiler that I do not want to ruin for you, because they didn't show it in any of the trailers. And then Wolverine, bro. Wolverine was a freaking... Bro, Wolverine was Wolverine in this movie, bro. Like, I can say this at least. There was a part where this man was about to fight Deadpool and pretty much other characters and stuff like that, where he's like a dang animal. And it was low-key kind of scary looking at him. Like, fight like an animal. It kind of like, it's a scene where he's running like on all fours and stuff like that. But it's like, it reminded me of those, I don't know what the fuck they're called, but those ear creatures from A Quiet Place where they like coming at you, but it's a horror movie. It reminded me of that, but like, it was kind of scary. But overall, the fight scenes and the action scenes were just amazing. When it came to the hand-to-hand combat fight scenes, which I really do love in action movies, the superhero CGI style fight scenes were solid. And then plus, there was an amazing one shot, like the hallway scene in Guardians of the Galaxy, or those hallway fight scenes you see in Daredevil, or, movies that have like one takes fight scenes. This movie had that, and it was awesome to see. Okay, comedy. So pretty much Deadpool and Wolverine is a comedy movie. It's an action comedy. But the thing is, right, I know comedy is subjective, okay? It's subjective. But like, in my personal opinion, I think this is the funniest MCU movie. Like, since the MCU is expanding, now that the Spider-Man movies are legit connected to this, and now the X-Men is definitely connected to the MCU, the only ones that have like comedy, is Venom and the Spider-Man movies. The only movie that really come close to Deadpool and Wolverine is Deadpool 1 and 2, like, to be honest. And yeah, I know comedy is subjective, but like, this movie was pretty freaking funny. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was like laughing my ass off on like every freaking scene, but it was like the whole movie, every time a joke was said, my theater was cracking up. Some parts that were hilarious. My theater was burst out laughing. I was laughing, all that good stuff. Like, the comedy is pretty cool. But I do want to throw this out there though. If you're one of those people who like get uncomfortable with certain type of jokes, I ain't gonna lie, I have no idea how Ryan Reynolds pulled this off to Kevin Feige. Where there were jokes and like comedy like lines in this movie that were kind of like had my jaw jumping. Like, he really just said that. And then also there was a lot of homoerotic ass humor in this movie, which I don't mind that. But if you're one of the people who aren't really into that, this may throw you off. But other than that, they did it pretty funny. Like, it didn't take you out the movie. They did it in a way that flowed naturally. Stacked with it, this movie had like drug use jokes, like assault and harassment type jokes. It was like kind of crazy. They pulled this off, but it didn't like stop the momentum of the movie. Like, everything flowed naturally, like this stuff, and wasn't like that insane. But it's just insane when you watch other MCU movies and then you get to this movie. It's like, wow, they went all out with these jokes. What else? Tension wise and suspense wise, this is actually kind of shocking. Well, not really, to be honest, because if you've seen Deadpool 1, the movie had like some like tension scenes and all that stuff, and like tense scenes and all that stuff. But this movie had like scenes where it'll have you at the edge of your seat, where it's like, oh my god, what's about to happen? Is that person about to die? Is that person about to oh my god? And there was a part where when it came to Deadpool and another character, right? It reminded me of this scene of Across the Spider-Verse where Miguel O'Hara was, pretty much breaking the ice and informing Miles that, hey, your dad needs to die. And you can feel the tension in the air, and you can see how it's gonna be a tense moment. And getting that for Deadpool, despite the movie, being a comedy, getting a tension, suspenseful, getting a scene like that for Deadpool, for like the Deadpool character, for certain parts of the movie was pretty good. I really messed with that. And after this like tension and suspense, there were also sad scenes in this movie. Not like scenes that'll make you want to like cry or whatever, but like, well, maybe you probably cry. It ain't making me cry, but there were sad scenes in the movie where it wasn't like you like bawl out and cry. It was like sad scenes where it's like you could tell they put some heart and soul into the moment in the scene, and like the context for the scene, which involved Wolverine and Deadpool. Not like, well, actually there was one together, but then both of them individually, where it's like, dang, this is actually sad, but like you can feel the heart in the scene type sad or whatever. And yeah, what else can I say? Oh, right. The title of the video, I'm gonna explain why I titled my video that in my spoiler section of this video, but pretty much, without saying too much, basically, this is what Multiverse of Madness should have been. Like, but overall, this movie got the action, it got the comedy, the plot and the premise was solid, the suspense and sad scenes were all good. Overall, this movie, from start to finish, actually not just finish like the end of the movie, like to the post-credit scenes, even the credits, bro. Like even the credits are part of this section I'm about to say. From start to finish, this movie is damn near a 10 out of 10. But the thing is, right, like the hype beast in me, when I say this movie is over 9,000 out of 10. How much I love this movie. It was awesome. I posted online that, hey, this is over 9,000 out of 10, yada yada. But like the calm version, like I'm gonna try to be objective how this movie is. This movie is a 9 out of 10. And I say that because quite literally the only like negative part about this movie was only just the villain. That was it. It was just the villain. Like the villain, you already seen her in the trailers, but like the villain, like she was cool. Like as a villain, plot wise, it kind of like downgraded the movie, like deducted some points from the movie and all that good stuff. But it wasn't like that bad. But to me personally, it kind of deducted some points for the movie, and it wasn't really that bad. But it could have easily been a 10 out of 10 if they did something different with the villain. But the thing is, I can't really like spoil what happens, but like, yeah, that's pretty much it. But overall, if you plan on watching this movie, definitely watch this movie. I recommend watching it in theaters. But then again, if you don't want to watch it in theaters, hey, check it out on streaming when you get a chance. And overall, I recommend watching this movie and all that good stuff. But okay, so I am done talking non-spoilers. Now, I'm about to get into spoilers. Spoiler alert, all right? I'm about to get into spoilers, all right? So, yeah, you don't get spoiled, dip out. But, bro, my nigga Blade! Bro, my nigga Blade was in this movie, bro. My nigga Blade, bro, my favorite Marvel character. Blade, bro, Blade! Not just any Blade, Wesley Snipes Blade, bro. Like, bro, as a Blade fan, it feels so good to finally get some Blade. Wait. Well, mine's the comics. The comics, they do nothing with Blade. Like, current Marvel is about vampires and shit like that. But when it comes to, like, cinema and video games and stuff like that, it feels so good to finally get something good for Blade, bro. Like, bro, and then he was awesome in the freaking movie. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I saw Spider-Man No Way Home, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I already said it in my review for it, the movie. But like, I screamed like a little girl when I saw Andrew Garfield. But for this, I screamed, bro, my nigga Blade! But the thing is, right, it kind of felt awkward screaming that, but like, I was super excited, bro, because Blade's my favorite character of Marvel. But yeah, but other than that, right, when I say this movie is what Multiverse of Madness should have been, there's literally a montage where Deadpool is going to different universes and all that good stuff, and we get a bunch of variants of Wolverine. We get like an actual 5'3" Hugh Jackman, comic accurate size Wolverine. We get I think it's called the Apocalypse Wolverine. Then we get a crucified Wolverine. We get a legit good looking old man Logan from the comics. And then, bro, we get, these were the two that made my jaw drop. We got Henry fucking Cavill as Wolverine, bro. Like, no, that's fucking awesome. And then we get a Wolverine that fought the Hulk, bro. The freaking Hulk. Holy cow. Like, this movie's freaking, oh my God. And then, I ain't gonna lie, I was not expecting this, like, at all. Well, I kind of figured it because, going off the trailers, of course, we get the 20th Century Fox logo in the background of the trailers where Deadpool and Wolverine are fighting at. We get Jennifer Gardner. Yeah, we get Jennifer Gardner's Elektra. We get Chris Evans as the Human Torch. We get Channing Tatum's Gambit, which I know he's supposed to have like a movie back then, but you know they didn't make it obviously. But he was in here, and X-24 or Laura, she was in this movie. And then we got like there weren't technically the same actors and actresses of the X-Men antagonists that were in the X-Men Last Stand, X-Men 2, and all that good stuff. But they were in this movie, and then we also get like references and nods and homages to other 20th Century Fox Marvel movies and all that good stuff, Marvel movie characters and all that good stuff in this movie. And we ended up getting, which is not really a surprise because Multiverse, it's a Deadpool movie. We get an army of variants of Deadpool. Oh, those are pretty fucking dope. That was pretty dope. What else to talk about? Oh yeah, right. All right, so since this movie was rated R, people gonna be cursing and swearing and all that stuff. But for Johnny Storm, if you've seen Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, seeing and hearing Chris Evans, Johnny Storm curse, roast people, say the most diabolical stuff in this movie, it fits so well. Like if you see those movies and you see this, it's like it fits so well. And what else? What is I gonna say? Pretty much overall, this movie was freaking awesome. Damn near 10 out of 10. Recommend. I will say more spoilers, but I don't want to talk for too long, if that makes sense. But overall, I love this movie. And fun fact, after I get done with this video, I'm gonna watch it again for a fourth time. Like, bro, last time I watched a movie like this, like many times in theaters, was Spider-Man No Way Home, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and Black Adam. Yes, Black Adam. I have my reasons, I have my reasons, but yeah. But overall, this movie is awesome, and hopefully you like my take on the movie, my yap session, my review for the movie, hell, my edits I know I'm gonna have in this video. And overall, if you like what you heard, definitely subscribe. I got a variety of videos uploaded on my channel. If you care on the channel, definitely check out the channel, see what I got. Definitely like the video, comment your thoughts on the movie or about my take on the movie and all that good stuff. Definitely subscribe and all that good stuff I don't know what to say. I'm just happy as hell. Okay, I'm happy as hell. But other than that, I don't know what to say. So, have a good one, and that's the video.